What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh players? This is the RJB0 coming at you with another deck review. I'm sorry this one's a week late. I've been kind of busy tying up some loose ends before graduation. However, this week I tested out Photon Beat, and it's a great deck, got a lot of tricks up its sleeve, so let's get down to the deck review. First off, as always, what did I like about the deck? First thing I noticed about it was it's very, very consistent. I can honestly say that it was probably the most consistent deck that I have fought with so far for these deck reviews. You always drew into a monster, and if you didn't draw into a live monster, a live beater, you drew into a duality because the deck could main deck 3 dualities without any issues, and the duality could go into live monsters. Very rarely was it that I drew a dead hand with this deck. In fact, I don't think I ever did. Also, like I said, the deck has a lot of tricks up its sleeve, and what I mean by that is it has a great ability to use 1-for-1s. Card advantage isn't really a, it's kind of a non-issue with this deck. It's got, you know, the floaters, and it's got the consistency with duality, so being able to use 1-for-1s is a feature of this deck. Deep Prison and Bottomless were both very helpful, and I'll get to that later. Not to mention the fact that you can main deck 3 skill drains with this deck. But there are some issues with the deck. The first thing that I noticed was it's kind of ironic, but the deck has issues with beaters. Yes, it's a Photon Beat deck, has issues with beaters. If an opponent can get bigger monsters on the field, you're going to have issues, because of course you can go for those first turn 2000 attack point monsters, but a lot of decks this format can go for first turn 2800 attack point monsters and 2500 attack point monsters. So the Deep Prisons and the Bottomlesses helped out with that a lot. However, those were very against Inzektor, which brings me to the tech of the week. My tech of the week are the 2 forbidden cards, Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Chalice. The Forbidden Lance was good because you could protect your monsters first turn from getting killed. You know, if your opponent went first and then you go for the Thrasher and they bottomless, you can save your Thrasher for that turn. But even more importantly, your opponent could attack your monster, or you could attack your opponent's monster, and during the damage step you could lance their monster and your monster could beat over theirs. Forbidden Chalice was very helpful because it made it into a fifth Veiler, or 2/5, more Veilers. Forbidden Chalice was more Veilers, but the other catch was you could use it on your own monster. So say your opponent is attacking your Photon Saber Tiger, and that doesn't really agree with you because your Photon Saber Tiger only has 1200, and maybe they're attacking it with a Ryo. During the damage step, you can Forbidden Chalice it, and it will go up to 24. So those 2 were very helpful. Another couple of cards that you can tech into the deck, Dragon's Mirror was really cool because it was a Miracle Fusion for the deck. You can go for Photon Lizard, or Twin Photon Lizard, that one, which was an even bigger beater that you could summon basically once again from your hand with Miracle Fusion, Dragon's Mirror. Other techs that I discovered were helpful. I knew I had one. Oh, Photon Trident. That was one I really wanted to talk about. It's a little less useful, a little less, not diverse. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like diverse. Versatile. That one. Sorry. Issues with words. Anyway, it's a little less versatile than Lance. However, it had the added ability of giving your monster piercing and giving you a +1 by taking out a back row card from them. So that was really nice, and it was especially helpful with Photon Lizard, or Twin Photon Lizard, sorry, because it could make Twin Photon Lizard 3100 attack points, and that's a pretty significant sum. However, I do prefer Forbidden Lance over Photon Trident, just because you can use it in a lot more situations. It gives your opponent more advantage than, or your monster more advantage over your opponent's monsters. But some people might like Photon Trident better because of that little +1 you get with the back row hate. But let me know what you guys think. This is basically my impression of the deck. It's got a lot of places it could go if they develop it more, but for right now it's just kind of a fun deck, and it is a good call against the meta right now. So this is the RJB0 signing out.